Yeah, Sunday. Uh, just turning 12 p.m. Yeah, we've been out in the garden for a while. We did our walk earlier, and so Muffet's had several showers. And chicken? Are you full now? Or you want more chicken? I'll show everybody your chicken that you love, that I can get you to go to the moon and back for me. Yeah, it comes in a bag. It's real chicken. It's a dried jerk chicken. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got it? Yeah. That's what she gets when she's a good girl. A good old girl. I mean, good girl. Every command is met. Oh, yeah. But yeah, let me go back. Oh, let me get my pruning shears here. I was taking a look at, I think it's Marmac. Stay. Don't move because you're going to make me fall. Um, Myrmecophilia, I guess that's how you guys pronounce it. Here it is. Let me get the tag. Because you guys know I am horrible at tags. Okay, this is what we're going to do today. She was, I had her, excuse me, just hanging off the edge of the container box there. Just thrown up there. Didn't have much space back here to put her because she's fast growing. She came over from the WOG initially out here. I left the other one back there. It's huge, and I gotta bring that over eventually. I'll probably hang it from the trellis out there in the garden where the bird feeders are. Yeah, there's a little arbor or arch there that'll probably hang her from the very top, because that specimen I don't have room for. But today, the smaller version of the smaller plant, I'm going to take a division from right there. And then I'm going to put it in a net pot, a net basket, like this Thursiflorum here. That's been moved all over the garden, and the wind blew it over. We had some very, very bad winds last night that just toppled it over. So I had to stick it back in this pot. So it's going to have to come out of that net pot because it's top heavy. And I'm going to have to find a bigger pot for it. Trust me. There's one there, black. So we'll load her up in there with stone and bark and whatever else I can stick in there to stabilize her in her pot. Because she's doing okay. And I know eventually it'll bloom for me. Okay, back to Marmac. I'm going to try to rip it out of this plastic container here, or this plastic basket. I hate to kill the roots, but I'm not worried about the roots because this thing is constantly growing. It was a bag baby. So we're going to see how many divisions we can get from her, because I have family and friends that are asking for a piece of her. So I'm going to get to work and ripping her out of the basket and hope I don't tear off much of her roots. Yeah. So I'll get back with you. Happy growing. Okay, it only took me a couple of minutes to rip it out of this basket. Of course, I had to destroy some roots, which I'm not really worried about, and I destroyed a couple of leaves there trying to yank her out. But there she is. That's coconut fiber, charcoal, slow release, river rock, and I think that's all I see. As if she was just tied to a tree, basically, a mountain to a tree. So we're going to make that division here with a new growth. It's looking really good. My cuts are not the best, but I definitely see a clear cut here. You know, when it's difficult, when it's a difficult cut, of course, my cut is difficult. She tried to flower this piece. Oh, make a mess, Sharon. This piece tried to flower a while back, but I don't know what happened. So I'm going to hold on to this division until my relatives remember that they asked for it. And if they don't remember, that's my division, plain and simple. So let me get that cut done and clean up my mess I just knocked over. And I'll get back with you. Happy growing. Let's show it again. Yeah, she's nice, nice plant. It's gonna be huge soon, so I gotta keep that cut back. Definitely. Okay, I made that cut, and not a bad cut. I went as far back as I could behind the old pseudobulbs, and cleaned her up a little bit. There's eyes everywhere. Her roots are great. It's got a nice new growth there. Yeah, definitely have plenty of eyes. And this is a mature plant. Yeah, so that's a nice division, Sharon. Not a bad cut this time. Of course, that's where the cut came from. Yeah, didn't do much harm to the main plant. She'll spring back. I did another cut right there. See the cinnamon? So I've been cutting on her for a while, before the COVID, family will come over, their shopping bags as usual, and I had to get out in the garden and do some cuts for them, so I'm sure that's where that old cut came from. Yeah, so I've been cutting on her. Yeah, that's where it came from for a while. And today she's giving up another division for me. A nice division. Yeah, I hope that new growth is okay. It's not, it's kind of shaky. I probably damaged it. But I'm not really concerned about that because if it turns black, I know I damaged it. But she's got plenty of eyes. But those are the drawbacks of divisions. Sometimes your hand get in the way and you lose a new growth. Okay, so I'm gonna get her mounted on cedar shingle so I can keep a close eye on her, make sure she does okay, and I'm gonna put her on the green wall. So I got my cedar shingle here already in the garden, so we'll get her a nice wide piece. Yeah, so we'll prep this for her and lay down some sphagnum so she can throw out her roots through that high humidity that she's going to be getting, and that's going to be the end of her. So let me get her prepped and get the cinnamon on the wound and get her ready for her day. I'll get back with you. Happy growing. Okay, I got her mount prepped. Got my 2 holes in there for my zip tie, and I got a piece of wire for my hook. And the wounds have been sealed with cinnamon, both ends. Yeah. So now we're just going to zip tie her onto the cedar shingle. Like so. Probably like that. Because if that new growth fall off, then it just falls off. So we got another eye swelling there, so I'm not worried about it. I can't zip tie her with one hand, so hold on. Okay, well, I got her all zip tied, and we did lose that new growth, which was it looks like it had been broken for a while. Who knows? Maybe an iguana or something, because it was a little shaky. Yeah, but she's got another eye popping out. There's several eyes. So we'll keep an eye on her to see how fast she puts out another new growth. All right, we got her zip tied on with a little sphagnum underneath her roots. We got her tag in there, and we got the date and time that we put her on the cedar shingle. So now we got to find some room for her on the garden. So let's take a walk and see if we can find her room. Muffet went inside. She was a little exhausted from the heat. She wanted to cool down. So, yeah, we stuck her inside. Okay. What a dilemma. I think I'm going to stick her right down there. That way she'll get some morning sun. And then when it goes over our heads, yeah, she'll, perfect. Perfect spot for me to keep an eye on her. She's tucked away in there. And now I can mist the mounts. Make sure they're not dried out too much. Some of them do dry out quite a bit. They still feel a bit damp because we had some rains last night and winds. Those winds definitely dry these guys out real quick. But I got a small problem. I need to find some seedlings that I got in from, was it Hauserman? This spring. I had them on a mount, and then when I did the move, I'm not sure where I stuck them. I got all the new seedlings in from Seattle and Hauserman's later on, but I can't find those first seedlings that I had hanging in this area. I have to find them to satisfy myself. I got videos of them and their names. I think one of them was Aurora. I'm not going to even go there. Cerealia, probably something like that. And who knows where I stuck them, but I'm not going to stop until I find them, because I know me. Once I get my head set on something, I'm thinking I stuck them here in this tree along with. I'm hoping, and I need to get back there to see if they're back there along with Potnera Dick Smith. I believe they were in that group of mounted. Trying to find these missing seedlings that are mounted on cedar shingle in my garden is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Now that these grammatophyllums have established themselves in their new position, they are taking off. There's not very much I can do other than move this bench and try to get back there and see where those seedlings I purchased early spring that were like behind the wall here hanging. I have no idea where I put them, and I think they're in here somewhere. So I'm going to continue to look, and I apologize, the camera cut off earlier. I had to let it cool off because it's hot. Yeah, and then that way I can find them and then put this issue to rest, because I know I have them. It's just that, where the heck did I put them? They're not on the wall, because they were the first ones to be moved back from the patio. I didn't put them in this area. I brought them out here because I see Potnera Dick Smith Paradise out here. So they were in that group of mounted cattleyas that were put out here in the garden. So I'm going to continue to look. And meanwhile, I got to treat my fig trees for some type of mite that's sucking the life out of the leaves. Yeah, we're going to mix up something and spray on the leaves and hope that'll stop that infestation. I guess it came with the plant when Eli brought them over. And Miss Erdy's plant have it too. These brown spots. So we're going to mix up something out of the house. Nothing harmful. And keep an eye on these fig trees. Yep. Happy growing. Okay. I got that table moved, the garden table moved, and that's what's stored underneath it, allowing me, moving that table will allow me access to this crepe myrtle where I hung some plants, but I also get to look at my grammatophyllums that are stored back here. Now, there's one thing I've learned about grammatophyllums. There's a right time and a wrong time to move them. If they're already established and they have it and they're heading into blooming season, flowering season, don't touch them. Move them after they have flowered. Then they'll have plenty of time to get themselves established for the next growing season. And let's take a look at just one, because I'm not moving this table to get to the rest of the grammatophyllums, but I'm just going to show you one grammatophyllum and what it's doing. Let me step in here. Hopefully I don't kill myself, but I want to show you something. Look, if I can move it, look at that bulb. Look at that pseudobulb there. That's a freaking large pseudobulb, right? And the rest of them look the same way. I'm not going to even try to look down in there, but this baby's going to have to be divided. Look through there. You're talking about some gigantic bulbs. So I'm going to leave them here. I said I wasn't going to move them once I gave them their new home from off of the patio there. But, okay, it's hot. I know it's hot, but give me a few minutes, okay, to get this little update done on grammatophyllums. But, looking down in there, oh my goodness, look how, this my finger. This is my finger, one bulb. Now, it's massive, and it is a specimen-sized grammatophyllum. Trust me. Okay, I'm going to get off of that right now and come back later to grammatophyllums. Okay, after tearing up the garden, I finally found them. Let me give you they're right behind this Vanda here. There's a mount. I can't see it because the sun is behind me. There it is. See that little white tag there? Those are the cattleys I'm looking for. I got them hanging on the wall, on the bamboo wall, so I can access them from the other side of, I can access them from the other side. So we're going to do that and just take a look at how they're doing. That's all. I just want to know how they're doing. I'm not going to move them at all. Oh my God. We're going to have to do an update on these guys. I'm sure they're going to flower this spring. They've already established themselves in this position. They're happy, or they're surviving. And I'm not moving them again, because if I move them again, I'm not getting any flowers. Okay, now I got to clean up my mess. I found my seedlings. OMG. Happy growing.